Imagine a galaxy where the fleet you command is not just a collection of ships, but a living entity that must be rebuilt from the ashes of defeat to face an enemy that evolves faster than your technology. You are the fleet commander, tasked with reforging a broken military infrastructure in the face of overwhelming odds, only to find that the greatest threat isn't the alien armada on the horizon, but the bureaucratic inertia and resource scarcity at home. But when you discover that reforging isn't just about repair, but about fundamentally altering the doctrine of warfare to include asymmetric tactics and AI-integrated combat, you realize that victory isn't about having the biggest guns, it's about having the smartest algorithms and the most resilient crews. Welcome to Space Military Reforging, the fifth pulse-pounding, atmospheric, and deeply strategic installment in Aer-ki Jyr's Starship Fleet Commander series. If you love military sci-fi tropes, fleet management simulation, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching a protagonist rebuild an empire through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in speculative fiction, blending the visceral crunch of tactical combat with the profound weight of logistical mastery. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist's appointment to lead the reconstruction effort, thrusting them into a race against time to mobilize a defense force before the enemy launches its final offensive. The atmosphere is thick with the hum of strained engines, the static of encrypted comms, and the creeping dread of knowing that every decision could branch into a timeline where humanity is extinguished. Jyr excels at capturing the psychological toll of command in the face of the incomprehensible, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is not just death, but the loss of progress made across centuries. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular fleet commander trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about shooting lasers, it's about understanding the complex ecology of interstellar logistics, managing limited resources, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who rely on brute force and superior numbers. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narrative brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of Starship Fleet Commander lies in its characters and the heavy burden of integrity. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer, they are a deeply human individual struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that rewards ruthlessness. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Space Military Reforging is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Aer-ki Jyr has crafted a sequel that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.